Hey everybody, it's haircut day, so the clip is the do for the day, and it's cold out, uh, you know, one of those winter days that we wait for. Anyways, today we're going back to Colorado, listening to the sun. I'm going to try to keep my readings a little bit short because the last one I think people had problems loading it. So this will be a very short one, and hope you're all having a good holiday season. So this is Christina is the main character in this one. And Jesse is the guy that she hasn't seen for the whole time she's been gone mysteriously. And we find out through the book that there's other people looking for her besides Jesse, but she's trying to put pieces together in this scene. This is about halfway through. It's page 123. Real short scene. And we'll just go with it. Chris stayed in the Jeep until after Jesse had gone into the house. She hadn't told Jesse about last night's dream, nor did she tell him she had started to remember and had begun to think for herself. She still didn't know all the details about what had happened to her yet. All she knew was that she never wanted to be as afraid as she had been in her dream. Never again. Something had been taken from her, that much she knew, but she didn't know what it was, and thinking about it frightened her. The only thing that made her safe was knowing Jesse was there, and even that had no rhyme or reason. She still couldn't fathom the reason why she'd called for Jesse, reached out for him when she'd been returned. Why hadn't she repeated her husband David's name? She closed her eyes and concentrated hard, trying to bring back some picture, some memory of the man Jesse said she had lived with. Nothing. The only memory that stole into her mind was a replay of last night, the horrible dream, waking up screaming, crawling into Jesse's embrace, feeling warm, safe, sleepy, then opening her eyes to the morning's soft yellow light, his body still pressed against hers. The emotion she had felt wasn't one she recognized, but she wasn't afraid of it. It suffused her body with a tingling sensation, not unpleasant at all. After the cold, painful feeling which filtered through her nightmare, the floaty and rhapsodic way Jesse made her feel was completely and totally welcome. When she could read his mind, she saw only sympathy, compassion, and caring, so unlike the other beings she had read the first day when she wasn't even sure what her words meant, what their words had meant. Emotions came through people's eyes, she'd discovered, and most of them were rather unpleasant. She heard her name and snapped out of her daydreaming to see Jesse standing on the stairs outside the door, his reddish-brown hair ruffled in the chilly breeze blowing through the valley. He was a handsome man, she thought, much better looking than the other specimens she'd seen so far. His face was ruddy, healthy-looking, strong, his jaw squarely determined. He waved to her now, and she could feel his concern, his curiosity about why she was still sitting in his Jeep. She waved back and smiled, pleased when he returned her smile. She wondered why that simple, muscular movement made such a difference in a person's face. When Jesse smiled, his golden-flecked eyes squinted, a few lines etched the sides of his mouth, and his caring expression made her feel warm. She got out of the car and headed toward him, knowing he was watching her every step of the way. When she looked up at him, she caught his gaze for a second, and the powerful emotion she felt emanating from him almost took her breath away. She wasn't sure she was ready to read each and every one of Jesse's thoughts 24 hours a day, especially since she was beginning to understand the emotions he felt, especially since she was disturbed by those turbulent emotions she could also claim as her own. Okay, so that gives you a hint that she's not really feeling human. Anyways, that's it for today. Gonna keep it kind of short, heading out into this nice sunny cold day. And I'm going to see the Christmas lights with my boy tonight. He says, Nana, Nana, we're gonna go see Santa. I hope he's better with Santa than he was last year. He really didn't want to see him. He did okay, but not alone. Anyways, hope you all have a good day. Let me know what you're reading. Take care. Bye-bye.